today with Trek Mustang Modelo, and we are going to show you 3 ways to put on a rope halter, and also how to properly tie a rope halter, because we see this mistake often that people don't tie it correctly, and how they halter their horse can lead to issues later on. So I am going to show you on him. So method number 1 to halter is, we call it the bridle method, and that is you just take the crown piece and put it over just like a bridle over their ears, and then put it up on their nose, and then tie your halter here. This halter is a little big on him, but it's just easier for me to demonstrate with a big halter. So, okay, method is you're going to hug your horse, grab your crown piece on the other side, and then you're going to bring it up over their nose like that. Okay, easy, easy. So you're controlling the height so that you can literally take your hand off and put it. You're controlling it from the crown piece up here, and then tie your halter. And then the last method that we like to use on a lot of our wild horses is, we call it the throw method. And you're not going to have a lead rope attached when you do it. You're in their pen, and you're just going to take your halter, and you're going to throw it over their neck and let it fall like that. And then you can grab it and put it on. Okay. So things that we are not going to do is, we do not come at our horse like this to put it on. We don't put this on first. You see how offensive that is to him? So he did not like that. Why you don't do the nose first is, they have these whiskers. They're very sensitive around their muzzle. And when you just kind of come at them, it's a bit surprising. So we prep them by saying, hey, we're going to be putting something on your nose. So we're going to start here first, so they know that. The method of putting it over the nose, right, and then doing this flippy thing over them like this, is you risk hitting yourself and spooking them. You risk accidentally hitting them and them not wanting to be haltered. So we don't do that. There are better ways to halter that not doing, I call it the flippy thing, and it drives me crazy. I don't like to see that, because it's not fair for the horses to have to put up with that. So Modelo likes the hug method. Your horse will tell you which method they prefer, and he likes the hug method. I'm going to ask him to come over. And so I'm going to put this on him, and I'm going to show you how to tie it properly. So you have this loop. So you have your loop, you have your crown piece, you're going to feed it through, okay? And you're going to tie it on the loop, all right? You're going to put it from going back to forward, the tail, and you're going to bring it back and tie it on the loop. So it looks like this, okay? Why is that? Because if the horse pulls back or this gets tight, you can loosen it here, all right? If there's like I said, this halter is too big for him, but if you have a tail, I like to tuck the tail right here just to kind of keep it out of the way, okay? The method, the way that I see a lot of people make the mistake, is they come from front to back. And what you end up having when you do that is, now your tail is in the front, and it's going to get in their eye and be in the way, okay? The other mistake I see a lot of people make is they tie above the loop. So it looks like they're up here and they're tying above the loop. This is incorrect. If your horse pulls back, you're not going to be able to get that knot undone, okay? And it will come loose. So the correct way is to tie the knot on the loop. First, you're going from back to front, and then from front to back. And it ties just like that, nice and tight. This is perfect. And if your horse ever pulls back, you can bend this and push this up, and it'll loosen the knot. That's how you tie a rope halter.